We are in WrestleMania season. Day 1 was last night, and we got day 2 later tonight. Day 1 was a solid show, right? There was not many surprises. I pretty much predicted the whole card in my last video. So, yeah, I wasn't surprised by any of the wins. Now, I want to talk about the show in order, so let's start with Jey Uso versus Gunther. Now, all around, this was a decent match. It wasn't, it wasn't the best match. It wasn't the worst. It was solid. So, Jey Uso winning was easily predicted, right? He was 0-3. Why would they have Jey Uso lose 4 times in a row to Gunther? Also, the way Gunther lost was very weak, in my opinion. Gunther did not look strong in this match at all. Also, Jey Uso, his frog splashes, or the Uso splashes, whatever the fuck they're called, they look ugly. They don't look visually pleasing at all. And honestly, what is Gunther's record in WrestleMania? Didn't he face Sami Zayn last year? And he lost to Sami Zayn? So he lost to Sami Zayn and he lost to Jey Uso in both WrestleManias. It's not looking good for him. So yeah, Jey Uso wins the heavyweight title and, the fans go wild. Jimmy Uso comes out. They cry a little bit. Give each other hugs. It was a cool scene, right? Cool scene for the fans. It was a good spectacle. The Yeet movement is now over, right? I don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? Is Gunther going to want this title back? Probably. So they're probably going to have another match, the 5th match in the past 4 months. So yeah, I mean that's the one thing I'm not excited for because we've seen this match too much. I rather Jey Uso just have a new feud, have someone else come after that. Have Gunther go back in line. You feel me? Let him finish his feud or have a new feud with Ludwig Kaiser. Right? You can elevate a Kaiser off of a feud with Gunther. Something cool can happen. So. Hopefully that can happen, not right after WrestleMania, but in the past months after WrestleMania. Jey Uso can probably feud with someone like, I don't know, Sami Zayn, I guess, right? I don't know who else he would feud. A Braun Breaker? Probably. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm excited for. Something new. I don't want to see Gunther come back. I want to see a new opponent for Jey Uso. And hopefully Jey Uso is not going to have this title reign until next WrestleMania. Hopefully it's like a Damian Priest type of reign where we can sit here and be like, okay, the title reign wasn't horrible because he had constant matches, he had constant feuds, and he didn't have the title for a fucking year. So yeah. Next we have the abysmal match of the New Day versus War Raiders. The crowd could give less of a fuck. The crowd was not behind this match. This was definitely the bathroom break match of the show. New Day won, which is I expected, and I'm pretty happy that they won. At least we have some more of a relevant tag team as our champion. But gosh, man, they should have had the Street Profits or in the DIY and the Motor Machine Guns just in a ladder match at WrestleMania. That should have been that. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that. It's not literally they've been building up these storylines between DIY, Street Profits, Motor Machine Guns, and the fucking, Pretty Deadly. Why wouldn't they have a ladder match at WrestleMania? I don't understand it. I don't understand why this New Day and War Raiders was not on Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean? This was just a regular match. A regular match. But you're going to tell me we're going to have a ladder match on the first week of SmackDown after WrestleMania? What? What are we doing here? The next match we have is Naomi versus Jade Cargill. Now, Naomi got a new theme song, which was actually pretty good. So I'll give props to WWE. We finally have a good theme song that's new. You compare that to the New Day theme, and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? But yeah, I think this was a pretty good match. Jade Cargill did end up winning. Jade Cargill hit Naomi with a jackhammer early in the match, which was pretty cool. Overall it was a pretty solid match, right? There was nothing to really, nothing spectacular, but it wasn't a horrible match. It was pretty good, so I'll give them props for that. Naomi looked really good. Naomi's really surprising me, man. Naomi, I would say in the women's division, she's probably doing the best work currently. She's doing, when it comes to promos, vignettes, Ring Attire, she has changed and made this new character. I'm not going to say she's at the same level as the Drew McIntyre, but I can kind of see how she's like the woman's Drew McIntyre. You know what I mean? But she's good on the mic. She's had this character change that's really propelling her into a new level. So, yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from these two. Next, we have El Americano Grande versus Rey Fenix. You guys know how I feel. I'm not a fan on this El Grande thing. I think it was just a waste of a WrestleMania match. But it was cool to see, right? It's different, which is like, I can understand why some people would like it, right? It's cool, it's funny to some people. But yeah, Americano wins, and yeah, that's about it. I don't really know what they're going to do in the future with Grande. Hopefully they can go all in the story, and I can really, we can get some good storylines from it, hopefully. You know, this wasn't really a storyline. With him and Ray, it wasn't really a true storyline. But maybe in the future we can get one. So, we'll see. Next, we have Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton ended up winning this match. There's not much to talk about. This match was not great. But yeah, Tiffany won. Charlotte lost. There we go. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight was next. They had a pretty good match, right? This is probably my favorite match from LA Knight. I think it was a very good match from LA Knight. Same with Fatu. Fatu looked great in the ring. And Fatu is he's like 300 pounds, but he's athletic, man. And it's because he's not tall. Like, they kind of make it look like he's like some 6'5", Brock Lesnar type of guy, type of monster. But he's not like that. You know, I'm taller than Jacob Fatu. He's just 300 fucking pounds. He's just fat. You know what I mean? But he can move in the ring. So it looks well. You know what I mean? He wears the weight well because he's so athletic. He can run around rope to rope, do backflips. It's a pretty cool thing to see. And he's believable. So, him as United States champion, that's a pretty believable mid-card champion right there. Right? That's the person who would need to beat him is someone like a Braun Breaker. Someone like a Drew McIntyre. I don't even know who in a mid-card, Andrade maybe? Right? There's not many people in the mid-card that can defeat Fatu off of right now. Maybe Carmelo Hayes off of winning the Battle Royale, but as of right now, he has no shot against the Fatu, the way Fatu has been booked. But yeah, this was a good match. Hopefully for LA Knight, I really don't know what he's going to do. I wanted him to be maybe in the heavyweight picture. Maybe he's going to have a feud against Jey Uso. That would be cool. But I think they're going to make LA Knight that constant mid-card guy. Now, lastly, in the main event, we have Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. And this was a really good match. A really good match. Now, Seth Rollins ended up getting the win, which I predicted. Because of the favor alone, CM Punk got hit in the balls by Paul Heyman. And Paul Heyman also hit Roman Reigns in the balls. And basically betrayed both of his guys, both of his friends, both of the people he elevated. You know? So, yeah, this is going to be a pretty good storyline. I'm excited to see what happens here. He's now with Seth Rollins, I'm pretty sure. Or I don't know, right? We got to see what happens next, right? Maybe we'll know more information later tonight. Probably not. But this really is helping Seth Rollins as a character. I think they're really trying to push Seth Rollins as that top guy again. You know, like, that top guy is definitely Roman Reigns right now, but they're definitely trying to elevate Seth Rollins as to coming closer, being closer to that Roman Reigns level. Now, all around, this show is pretty predictable, but hopefully for day 2, we have some surprises, we get shocked, and hopefully it's a really good show. And that's going to be it for this video. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back for WrestleMania Day 2. Peace out.